Huh?
Huh?
What?
Had a quick surgery on me.
Huh?
Hmm?
What?
What did you say about me?
Oh, he was saying you be like sleeping. No, burping not.
The corridor is clear. And there are 4 empty lanes for walk-ins. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you for not
Good
burping
job.
in my mouth.
That's a lot to ask, especially.
It doesn't matter, I gotta lick my lips.
I know, a good leader. Let's take a look at that arm.
I'm sorry, you're right. Compared to what these people are dealing with, this is...
You don't need to apologize.
It's just that my wife's been home alone all day. She has MS. Not to lift her.
That sounds tough.
No, really. She's an amazing woman. An amazing architect.
What's her name? I've sat there every day since it happened.
Came to empty his locker.
No, she can't. Pre-game before Beyonce. I'll help you. Go home.
Rhino Rocky. I could have stopped the bleeding with a Rhino Rocky, but I did everything wrong. You're right. Can't do this job. She quit.
Don't be an idiot. You saved a man's life with a urinary catheter. It's some kick-ass MacGyver medicine.
Still got game, Dr. Glassman.
With MJ knew to call it quits. This felt like an old timer's game.
Well, nice to go over with.
No, thank you. I see things hard.
It exploded, but we fixed it. Oh, and I'm withdrawing the HR complaint against Dr. Murphy for now. I figured you guys would need something to eat.
Oh, bless you.
I hear you're leaving town tomorrow.
Yes. It's been a memorable trip.
Sorry about how they got me. Please sit. Been on your feet all day.
Come join us. I have extra sandwiches.
I found some things that I thought might want. Asher was waiting for the right moment to slip that under your desk. Rep was handing these out at a medical convention that Asher and I went to. I was going to toss it, but Asher stuffed it into his backpack.
I already knew about this articulating dissector. It is very promising. I will miss Asher. He was a good friend.
He was. I miss him too. We all will. I want to apologize for earlier. Going off script in my eulogy. I made it about my anger. And if you were Asher, you know he would have plenty to say about not being the center of attention at his own thing.
You might get used to healing faster. It'll break you over time. All we know is now to say goodbye.
I feel like he's watching a woman here. I think he wants to hurt her.
Is it a living person?
Yes, I think so.
Are they aware of that at all? Prisons?
I don't know. All I know about her, she's got lighter colored hair, and younger, but not too young. So maybe in her 30s. That's really all I can get on her. Basically, he just wants to cut her up.
So Emily, how long have you been working here?
I've been working here for 3 years now.
Okay. Have you had any experiences since you've been here?
There are some things that have happened here that I just can't explain.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
On the second floor, I often feel like I'm being watched, like someone or something is there.
Have you guys had break-ins here?
We have had a few.
So with the break-ins here, you think maybe your mind's playing games and that's why you get watched upstairs? Or...
I don't think so. And even when we have had those few break-ins, we had like sound equipment at one point that someone came in, they just took that stuff. So it was very obvious that they were breaking in just to, see what was here and then leave.
Anything else?
A lot of times when I come here and I feel very anxious and I feel very uncomfortable.
You have an issue with anxiety?
I do actually experience a lot of anxiety, but I take medication for it. And so I know that kind of anxiety and it's different.
Okay. Is there anything else you can tell me about?
Yeah, I've also heard stories from some of our patrons and guests that come into the museum that when they've been in walking around the galleries, just looking at the artwork, they kind of just felt someone kind of lightly touched them.
It's not really good to have customers having experiences. It's best for everybody involved to figure out what the hell is here and get rid of it, no matter what. So I'm curious of what you think is here and causing all this.
I can't say for sure. I just know that when I'm here, I feel like there's some kind of an energy where like I'm just really uncomfortable.
I'm like seeing elderly people in like military outfits. They definitely don't want to be here anymore. I do think that the living would have a lot of experiences with these
Yeah.
guys. I think it would be more fear tactics.
Hey, what's up?
What?
What's up?
I think that they have
Not
tried.
much. Just trying to figure out stuff for tomorrow.
Oh. Sorry, I'm super drunk.
You're fine.
To make people afraid so that they'll leave. I know that one of them was blowing on the back of their neck, blowing in their ear, you know, messing with their hair, especially with women. I think that they could be more aggressive with males. So like grabbing arms, slight pushes, things of that nature. I think that often they try to make themselves visible to the living, but I'm not exactly sure how they're manifesting.
So, Deja, you work here at the building?
Yes, I worked here for 3 years.
I talked to some of your colleagues that work here, and they're pretty scared about the stuff that's going on here. Do you believe them?
I would definitely say something weird is going on. I have had some weird things happen to me.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Like what?
I spend a lot of time here alone, and it always feels like maybe there's someone else in the building when I know that there's not.
Any thoughts on what it might be?
Just a presence.
So do you get any sense of this presence? If it's ominous, if it's okay? I mean,
It definitely makes me feel uncomfortable.
do you think it's just because it's an old building? Maybe you're creeping yourself out?
I like to tell myself that I'm just freaking myself out.
Okay. Anything else?
Things go missing, and they end up in really strange places that I can't account for.
What are we talking about?
There was some keys, a security camera, a drill.
Right away, I'm skeptical. Things come to mind. Is somebody stealing this stuff or somebody playing games? What's your thoughts on it?
My first thought is always someone broke in, but then there weren't any signs of being broken into.
So anything else you can tell me from?
There are times when I feel like I hear voices in the room next to me, like they're behind the wall next to me, or they're right behind the door, but they're always mumbling and I can't tell what they're saying.
Can you make out it's a man or a woman?
I can't really tell. It always sounds like really faint mumbling.
Are you sure it's not coming from outside? It's a busy street out here.
It always sounds close. It sounds like it's right next to me.
Okay. So I gotta assume getting scheduled alone at night here is not a good thing for you.
Yeah, it's pretty uncomfortable because things only happen when I'm alone,
My
and
Alice in
usually it
Wonderland
gets
too.
a little creepier at night.
There's a lot of residual energy here.
I was just
The living
looking to
might
see if my
experience being
tattoo was on
in
his
here,
page.
feeling like there's
yeah?
a lot of
I
people
don't see it.
moving